Right, good morning everybody. It is a Thumping Thursday. Welcome to your Thumping Thursday workout. Alright, so let's see what we've got on the board for this morning. So today we have an ascending rep scheme. We have done one or two of these in the past. Today we're going up in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and we're going to try and go as far up the ladder for as many reps as you can until you can't perform the exercise anymore. We've actually got two parts today. So we've got a part 1 and a part 2. So the ascending rep scheme is going to be for your part 1. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So what we're going to do is we're going to get nice and warm. For those of you that you can do pistols, okay, pistols are single leg squats. If you can do pistols, those of you going to do pistols, you're going to do two on the left, 2 on the right, 4 on the left, 4 on the right, 6 on the left, 6 on the right. You're going to go as far up the ladder as you can, performing single leg pistols until you can't do single leg pistols anymore. Okay, you can't complete the required amount of rep scheme. Some of you are going to go up to 6, some of you are going to go up to 10. For some of you who are pistol machines, are going to go up to, I don't know, 14, 16, 18. You know who the pistol machines are. All right, so if you're not doing pistols, we're going to scale these movements down. We're going to go through the scaling options. Right, we may be doing either box step-ups or reverse lunges, all right, or squats. We'll see. For part 2 of the workout, we got a 2-minute AMRAP. So it's a 2-minute AMRAP of as many reps as you can in 2 minutes, and we're doing 6 step-ups. So we're going to be doing either step-ups or lunges, and we've got air squats or sit-ups. Right, so it's 6 reps of sit-ups there, or 6 reps of lunges, and we've got 6 reps of pistols or air squats. So there's quite a few scaling options that you really got to work with today. That's probably the thing that you really got to get straight in your head before you start the workout, is decide what are the movements I'm going to be doing for what part of the workout, and then you go and perform that workout. It is a lower body or a leg dominant workout today, so if you want to work hard, you're going to work hard. If you need to scale the movements down slightly to make sure that you can walk tomorrow and the next day and the next day, then make sure you scale it down properly. Okay, so let's look at the workout in terms of scaling. So we already had a look at pistols. So pistols, I'm not especially warm at the moment, but your pistol, if you're looking for, if you've got a pair of rings at home, there's a few scaling options that you can do skiing. You can either sit back, but what you're looking for is to get the weight back into heels. You're going to all the way back down and all the way back up. If you haven't done pistols before, I recommend that you don't start trying to do them now. Right, if you've got pistols, make sure you're nice and warm in your hips and your knees and your glutes. Make sure all this is firing before you start going and sitting back into that pistol position. If you're not doing pistols, an option is to do some kind of a box step up or an object step up. You can use a crate. If you've got a box like this at home, you can use a box. If you've got a slightly higher position, you can use a slightly higher position. What we're looking for is to try and get as much work through this part of the hip as you can. So you've got to feel that heel is pressing down, and when you push, you're pushing through the heel, push up through the glute, press back up, step back down, press the heel, press up, step back down. If you can get slightly higher, right, as you're going to get more work into the hip and the glute. What else need to tell you? Need to make sure that this knee isn't falling forward, right? So often people will complain that some kind of a step up puts some kind of a pain either into the front of the knee or the top of the knee. Normally that is happening when you can see that what's happening is that my weight is on the front of the foot and through the front of the knee. Right? Shift your weight back to get the heel down, shift your hips back slightly so that the glute can fire, stomach stays nice and tight, chest stays up, press up, and step back down. So that's going to be your step up option. If you haven't got something to step up on, what we're going to do is we're going to do a lunge option. Right, so your lunge option, we're going to do on the same leg, we're going to step back. Same thing here, same mechanics as a step up. Weight is on the heels, work is in the glutes, press back up, same leg, press up. We're going to start with 2, then we're going to change legs. Press up, 1, press up, 2. Then we're going to go back to the left leg, we're going for 4 reps. And we're going to do 4 reps on the left, 4 reps on the right, 6 reps on the left, 6 reps on the right, 8, 8, 10, 10, 12, 12. The step ups and the lunges will probably be a little bit easier than the pistols. So you may go slightly higher up the rep ladder than you would with the pistols. Saying that, you just need to be careful then of not overdoing it. Right? So you could very easily start doing too many reps and then tomorrow you're going to be sore. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult, you can hold a 5-litre jug or a 5-litre water bottle, put on some weight on your shoulders, put a kid on your shoulders, put a kid on your back, hug it in front, and do your lunges or your step ups, preferably your lunges because you don't want to be falling off the box. All right. if you're not doing lunges or pistols or step-ups, normally because of knees or hips in this position, we can do the same rep scheme with a squat movement, right? So we can do normal air squats. I'm going to sit back, right, feet about shoulder width apart, sit back into heels, and we're going to press back into the hips, knees press open, 2 air squats, and then we're going to go back down to sit up, and you're going to do sit ups. So your butterfly sit ups. Okay, so butterfly sit ups, 1 second. Butterfly sit ups. Okay, so our butterfly sit ups, which we've done before, stomach tight, chin tucked in, touch, 2 butterfly sit ups. If you're not doing butterfly sit ups, keep your legs up into the air. If it's too much for your low back, you can just do 2 heel touches, 2. Then you're going to stand back up, 4 air squats, 4 sit-ups, 6 air squats, 6 sit-ups. Try and go as far up the ladder as you can until you feel you've done enough work in the legs. All right. The thing with lighter bodyweight movements, which most of our home workouts are, is that lighter bodyweight movements generally are going to require more repetitions to make up for the intensity. All right. So that's part 1. You're either doing pistols, lunges, step-ups, or you're doing air squats and sit-ups, and you're going 2 reps, 2 reps, 4 reps, 4 reps, 6, 6, 8, 8 up the ladder. All right. Part 2 for the workout. All right. So again, part 2. If you've got step-ups, you're going to do, this time you're doing 6 alternating step-ups. If you've got a very low object, you may find that this alternating, all right, step-up work, right, is going to get enough. It's just enough to get your heart rate going, but you also may find that depending on how fit you are, that this isn't enough, isn't high enough to really give you enough work in the legs for you to work quickly. So you can do 6 on the left, press up. That consistent work through one leg is going to build up intensity. Change, do 6 reps on the other side, or try and find a slightly higher object to do your step ups. If that's not enough, again, if you're not doing step ups, you can do lunges. Step up, do 6 lunges on one side, okay, or 3 lunges on one side, do 6 lunges on the other side. That's going to drive your heart rate up. So we're doing step ups. All right, you'll see here, part 2, we're doing step ups or lunges. If you can't do step ups or lunges, you do air squats. We're still looking at this first part here. So you're either doing step ups, or you're doing lunges, or you're doing air squats. And air squats, which we've been through, is just a nice, easy air squat. Then we have a second movement for part 2. Your second movement for part 2 is supposed to be pistols. Right? Now we've done quite a bit of pistol work here, so which means you'll be warm for the workout. But the pistols here, because we're doing step-ups or lunges here, I don't want you to sit and do lunges or step-ups as an option here. So you're going to do pistols, or you can do air squats. And that's just going to drive your intensity up. You can add some weight, either like a goblet squat or a 5-liter bottle, and you're going to do another 6 reps on the side there. If you can't do squats, if you're already doing air squats for your first movement over here, then change the second set of reps for sit-ups again. Okay, I know, like lots of changes, like what am I going to do for this workout? All right guys, so that's the workout for today. Make sure you're really clear on what movements you're going to be performing. It really doesn't make too much difference. This work period that you're doing 6 reps there, 6 reps there, 6 reps there, 6 reps there. You're working for 2 minutes. You're going to try and do as many rounds of those 6 reps within those two minutes. You're going to give yourself 1 minute break. That 1 minute break is so you can recover again, and then you're doing 3 rounds. So in total, this part 2 is only 6 minutes of work in total. Okay, with 2 rest breaks in between. All right, so that's your workout. If you need a little bit more coaching for the warm-up, I'm going to take you through that coaching brief now. Okay guys, so the warm-up. Remember, if you need a little bit more information, if you need to get a few more ideas, you can go to our crossfit.com. On our homepage, we've got our home workouts. Click on the home workouts. We'll open up. You'll start seeing now what we've started doing is on our workout page, we've started giving a little bit more briefing in terms of what is the goal, what is the intention of the workout, how do you focus on this, how do you get the most out of the workout. All right. And what you'll also see, we've got an unloaded, which is what we're doing on the board today. You've got a partially loaded, which is normally a kettlebell or a dumbbell of some sort, and we've got a fully loaded, we've got barbells and kettlebells and dumbbells, and you can mix all the equipment into all the different workouts. There's not that much equipment needed for today. It is mostly a bodyweight workout. That said, you'll also see there's a warm-up tab on the home page, or on that page in the workout for the day, and the warm-up will also give you a few extra movements. You may see one or two of the movements are highlighted, which means if you click on that, it will show you a video of Pat Barber, who's one of our guys who does all our video briefing and our workout design for us. He goes through the movement library with you if you need a little bit more explanation on how that movement needs to be looking like. All right, so warm up today. What we're looking for is we're looking to run, row, skip, fast feet, or chase the kids around the garden for 5 minutes, get that heart rate up. Then what we're doing is we're going to do a bit of a warm up for the hips and the glutes. We want to make sure your glutes are firing. The more we can get these glutes firing and the midline warm, the better your workout is going to be over there. So we do 10 single leg glute bridges, we've got 10 alternating step overs, we've got 10 air squats, we've got 10 reverse lunges, we've got 10 sit-ups. We're doing 2 rounds of that. So what is going to look like? The single leg glute bridges. Okay, so single leg glute bridge. What this focuses on is trying to get this work in the glutes. So you've got to make sure that both heels are pulled in towards you, feet are together, knees are together. Head's going to be back on the mat, chin tucked in, make sure neck's not arching. If your neck does arch a little bit too much like that, try and get a pillow behind your head just to support your head a little bit. From there, one leg up. This knee's got to stay to the middle of the body. I don't want to see this knee falling out to the side. Keep the weight on the heel, lift those toes slightly, and you're driving from the hips, pressing up, open this hip here as much as possible, and then roll back down along the spine, upper back, middle back, lower back, small of the back, tailbone. You're going to push up, get the glutes to fire, roll back down. Things you got to be careful of is often what happens is you get like this, and what now is you're arching into your back, the back's doing the work of lifting, right, and all the work is, there's no work, not enough work in the glutes. So keep this rib cage connected, rib cage pulled down, hips press up, work is in the glutes, not in the quadricep. I'm pressing up with the hips, not down with the quads, and then roll back down. I'm doing 10 on the right, hips press up, 10 on the left. Right, 1 round of that. Next one we're doing an alternating step over. Now if you've got a slightly higher box, you can use the box to step over. Otherwise what we're going to do is we're going to step up on the side, step over. Every time you're stepping up, okay, you're driving through the heels, and we are doing 10 step ups on each side. If you haven't got something to step up on, I'm just going to do an up and over the fence. Get over the fence for 1, over the fence, over the fence 2, over the fence, over the fence 3. That's going to help that hip capsule, get that hip capsule nice and mobile. Next one he's got 10 air squats. Feet shoulder width apart. I'm going to sit back, press back into the heels, press back up. Again, make sure the weight's not going to the knees. First movement is hips pressing back, keep the chest up, stomach tight at the bottom, and press. We're doing 10 air squats. Next one after that, 10 reverse lunges. So I'm going to step back, weight on the heel, press up, step back, press weight on the heel. If you find that those you can't go too low because of your lunges, then just take half a step, step, and just push that leg backwards as far as you can. Feel the work in the hips, that you're reaching with that back leg nice and straight. Press back up. You can do 10 on each side of those for your reverse lunges or your reverse lunge reach. 10 sit-ups. We've done the sit-ups, chin tucked in, top the toes, keep the chin tucked in, make sure the head doesn't go back. 10 sit-ups. If that's too much for your lower back, keep your lower back safe by keeping your lower back flat. You can either go into alternating, 10 each side, nice and slow with the leg straight, lower back's nice and flat, or 10 heel taps, heel touches on the side. That's 1 round that we just did. I want you to do 2 rounds. The second round you should feel that your glutes are firing better, that your abs are a little bit more engaged, your midline is firing a whole lot more. Right, so we've done the warm-up. The movement prep, okay, just to prepare yourself for the workout. I want you to prepare, so once you've decided which movements you're doing for the workout and where, I want you to do 4 repetitions of each movement, okay, both in part 1 and both in part 2. I want you to perform 2 rounds of whatever movement you're going to be using for the workout here. That should make sure that your hips are warm, knees are warm, making sure that you know what you're doing when it comes to each of the movements. part 1, you don't have to time it. There's no stopwatch or anything like that. All we're looking for is to try and get as far up the ladder as you can. Right, if you need to slow down, do slightly less reps to make sure you can walk the next day, like I said earlier, do that. Part 2, this is where you need your stopwatch on your iPhone or your watch, and you're going to time yourself for 2 minutes, as many reps in 2 minutes as you can. Okay, if you did today's work, or if you did yesterday's workout, Wednesday's workout, you'll know that 2 minutes can build up very quickly. Right, 2 minutes of work, rest for 1 minute, 3 rounds of that. That is going to be your thumping Thursday workout. All right, it's been a terrific Tuesday, a wacky Wednesday. Today's a thumping Thursday. Have fun. Let us know how awesome it was or how awesome it wasn't in the comment section. And we'll see you tomorrow, Friday.